Hey everybody, welcome back to my van. For those that have not seen my videos before, we're in the middle of converting my Transit into a camper. At the minute, we're about halfway through the build of this van, and today we're going to be concentrating on making a table. So as you can see beside me, we've got some wood. Some old manky knackered looking wood, you might think. Yeah, except it's quite interesting. It's got a bit of a story behind it. My mate Nick works refurbishing houses, and he gave me a call one day, says, Wes, we've got this wood if you want any, if you can find any use for it. So I was like, go on, what is it? Originally he said it was oak. It's not oak. I have since, had a bit of a look at it. It's definitely not oak. It looks like some sort of softwood. But the interesting part about it is that it's actually from the oldest house in High Green. The house has actually had a historian visit before the refurbishment, and he said that the house dates back to around 1780. It's a little cottage, and these floorboards are apparently original. I don't know how true that is or not, but they certainly are weathered and worn. Now, you can actually see we've got these really sort of old-fashioned nails, these like wrought iron or whatever it is, square-edged nails, driven into the wood. So you can tell it's not modern. This is actually the underside of the wood. And we're not going to use that side, we're going to use this side of the wood. Now you might be thinking, Jesus Christ, what a mess. Yeah, it is a mess. And that is kind of its character. We've got like old markings on there, we've got old nail heads, we've got all these old weathered worn marks, all this story that this wood is holding. However, the varnish or whatever it is that's been painted on it is vile. We need to turn it into usable timber. Now, this wood has actually been tongue and groove, so we've got these little slots cut into that side, and we're going to take that off because we don't need it, and all the edging is really manky. So we're going to plane that down. Then we need to cut them to size, and then we've got to sand them. If anybody's got a good, useful way of sanding these without getting out all the marks, but getting rid of the varnish. And then there's the wood. We've got these pieces here that we've just cut to size. That's already looking quite nice. So I don't know if you can see this on camera, but this side's like an old manky sort of wax or whatever it is, God knows. And then over here, it's got this really nice sort of like walnut coloured bit of wood there. Let's watch Becca in action. We've finished cutting them out and we've laid them in where they're going to go. What we've got to do now is finish numbering them up. And then at the end, this piece has actually got a crack on it. We're just going to trim that end off so we're not having to worry about it. Then what we're going to do is we're going to get some battens that look similar to this but out of plywood. And we're going to run maybe 2 or 3 battens down it so that it'll hold it sort of together. Have I gone through a nail or something? Is there a nail on it?
You know that what you've just done?
Yeah. Yeah.
I ran a roof on Langsett Road on one of them 4-storey, shop underneath and 3-storey above.
Yeah. Just to get you up to speed really quickly, I've made the table and it's got the struts on. It's been routed very roughly. It needs sanding now and all the edges need sort of tidying up. All this underside needs either painting or sanding and painting. And on the floor where we originally had the table leg, it's now off centre because I've decided to make the table shorter. So we're going to have to fill that bit in and make 2 table legs either side of that. First, we get them. They're going to go wherever on there. And then I have to try and make it match the floor. This was meant to be on over towards the end, but we'd not thought it through, and what we actually found was when the table was up to the end, to the right height, you can't actually get out because the kitchen side and that didn't allow any space. So we've moved it back, and then the next problem was the pole height and where the foot sits into the floor, like the other version of this, where it sits into the floor. It's actually makes the table so it's the right height now when you sat on the wood, but add 5-6 inch of cushion and it's your knees are going to be touching the bottom of the table. So because I'm putting 2 new legs in anyway, what I'm thinking of doing is actually raising the floor where we walk so that we've got that added height that we can sit this into.
How about how big it is?
It's not that big, isn't it? Just show you take the whole van up. To raise the floor, I'm going to use some of this stuff, what's it called? CLS stuff. I'm going to use some of that, which is I think it's 2x4. Stand it on its side, and I'm going to use it for, I'm going to go along around an edge, and then I'll put some ribs in like I did the floor, and then I'll find out where the holes need to be and drill them. I might even insulate it again as well for like extra sound deadening. And got it mock fitted, just need to take it back out of the van now, get it all stuck together. This is what I've made. So I've only used these big brackets because I had them. They were only for a pallet anyway, so it's not cost me anything. But yeah, nice and straightforward. Right, test fit number 1. No doubt it'll need a couple of test fits before it fits properly. Oh, that's good. Oh, would you look at that? It literally fits perfectly. Now I can't stand up perfectly straight, but to be honest, I'm going to make it so that it's removable. I've marked weight table finishers. Get me steel rule, just find the centre of this. 27.5. Teacher for you. 27.5. Join them all up. I'm going to start off with this because my hole saw's a little bit worn. Straight through. This one over here. Doing this at a funny angle. Straight through. Switch over to my hole saw. Hola, Bob's your uncle. Right. Smells a bit like beef. Get that. Slide it in. And then we need to put the screws in it. Just going to make sure it's on centre like that. By making sure that the holes have got the pencil line going through the middle. Not that it really matters, I'm just going to do it anyway. Ow. Two. Just do this fast. Some of you out there may be wondering that the screws have just come straight through the bottom. They have. I could have put a ring or something in around it, like a wooden ring, like the one over here. We could do one up like this on the underside to clamp it on, so that it's got more tooth to grab into. And I will do on this next one because I can, but I'm not making another one. It should be fine. That's it. Thank you very much. Subscribe. First time. Oh. That's it. That one's in. See if it matches. Oh. Oh yeah! Tail. It's not solid that way, but that way is not so bad. It is what it is, as they say these days. I'm happy with that. That looks alright to me. Let's get in.
Can I get in?
Oh.
Come on, Mom.
Can you have a look?
Looks right good, that, doesn't it? Come on, I like it.
I'm gonna sit next to it, see if it's like a good height. Yeah, putting hot weight on it just to test it. See this? We've got an extra seat. We've got seating all the way around.
Can I sit there?
Yeah. Do you like it?
Right, good in it.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid of animals. No, do you want to see?
It's already becoming a home for her, isn't it? Get used to that. She'll be doing that all the time, I imagine. Shall we see it turn into a bed? You ready? We've got to take that off.
Oh, yeah, that's very painful.
Then we have to do this, watch. That.
What's that?
Wait, not yet. My fingers will get trapped. That is our bed. How cool is that? Test it straight out. And on that note, I think it's time we parted ways today. Thank you very much for coming and visiting. Exciting stuff. It's fun times. Looking forward to our next escapade, whichever that's going to be. If you're liking these videos, would appreciate it if you liked, subscribed. It keeps me going and it's all good. Thank you very much. See you in the next one.